A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. In this channeling session, I would be sharing a love letter by the Divine Masculine, the energy of the love letter and a few important lines. And this particular love letter, the disclaimer is applicable to all those Divine Feminines who have made a confession of love to the Divine Masculine in some way or the other. Alright? Which means you have expressed to him that you love him or you like him or you want to date him or you want to marry him or any of these things. But you are the one who made the confession, not him. So, let's get started. My dear love, the love confession you made to me, after which I walked away from you, I want to tell you a few things about that love confession in this letter of mine. First of all, I can now relate with what you were going through. I could not really understand it back then. I did not really understand what unconditional love is. I did not understand what true love is. And I thought that it is just a statement. It is just a phrase. It's not a real thing. After your love confession, that's when I walked away from you. And I can imagine and I can understand how horrible you must have felt after that. I do realize it now, how bad it feels when you love someone, you express their heart to them and the other person rejects it completely, totally, and denies having any of those feelings, because I did the same. I completely denied, I completely refused. And I also made you feel insulted. Because after that, I completely removed you from everywhere. Or I did not want you to have any access to me. However, I also want to say this to you today, that whatever I did, it had nothing to do with you, which means you were not at fault. You did not lack in anything. It was me who wasn't ready back then, and I wasn't worthy of your love, to be honest, because I did not understand the depth of your words, and I did not understand the honesty and the innocence with which you expressed yourself to me. And I am also writing this because I know and I feel it that you have walked away from me. You have walked away from me. Yes, I know you have walked away from me. You don't feel same way you did for me. And why would you? Why should you? Right? I don't deserve it. So friends, this is where I will pause now and I will explain the energy of the Divine Masculine who is writing this letter and why is he writing this letter. Why is he sharing these type of words? Why is he feeling like this? Now this could not be a complete letter for some people. For some people it could be a message, or it could be like a voice note, or it could be some kind of a post he shares with you. He is trying to get some kind of entry into the life of Divine Feminine again. But he also knows that it could be rejected just the way he rejected her. And it had already taken a long time for him to even go through that process where he was very sure he will get rejected. But now he is actually trying to connect with her based on the same confession of love. Because somewhere down the line, he has been thinking and when he reminisces that emotion or when he reminisces that moment, it could be over a phone call, it could be in person, it could be over a message, it could be any possible way the Divine Feminine shared this feeling with him. He is reminiscing that, he is remembering that. In some cases, the Divine Feminine was even crying when she said this to him, because he was in such a bad mood, or he was in so much denial about it, that she had tears in her eyes when she said, I do love you, please don't reject me, or I do love you, with some other lines. And very brutally and very ruthlessly, he decided to throw her away from his timeline and his life. And at that point in time, he thought that this is the best thing to do. So now, it's been a while. Now, the time or the length of his feeling or his saying all this depends on the type of intensity they experienced, the type of inner work they have done throughout their life so far. It also depends on the nature of their relationship. And in some cases, it also depends on the number of relationships they've had. In some cases, it also depends a lot whether they are married already, they were married already to someone when they met each other, or the different types of scenarios. Because for every Divine Masculine and every Divine Feminine, this breakup or this denial or this rejection has played a key role. But when things turn around, when the Divine Feminine does the inner work, when she does the ascension work, and she finds the 5D union, she reaches 5D union, this is the time when tables have turned. She has moved on from him. She is completely detached. I mean, she remembers him, but she's not bitter or she's not angry. And most importantly, she's not expecting anything from him. Why? Because she's already found a union. You know, in 5-dimensional world, she's already in union. So she's very happy. If you are thinking that I am not happy, I am not in union, in 5D union, that is a true thing, because when you are in 5D union, your devotion is towards source and you don't want anything from anyone. That includes the Divine Masculine. And he feels that, he gets to know about that. Now for personal readings, guidance on dream interpretation, counseling and therapies, please go through the description box first, and once you're sure, then write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com. All the information you need about readings, channelings, counseling, therapies, it's all mentioned over there. When it comes to Twinflame intuitive readings, I prefer not knowing anything from you about your journey before the reading. Obviously, I know there are many other readers who ask for your Twinflame journey details, but that doesn't make sense. If I already know everything about your journey, then obviously we cannot get an honest reading, right? We already know everything, then how can we give honest reading? So in order to get honest, unbiased, and very genuine reading, we will discuss about your journey, but we will discuss it during the reading, not before that. However, when it comes to the therapies, in case of therapies, you have to share with me different facets of your life so that we can heal the wounded inner child, the wounded inner masculine and the wounded inner feminine. And all of you know that you have to heal the masculine and the feminine both, which will then lead to a 5D union. A 3D union is impossible without a 5D union. You can also get my book In the Name of Love, which has 5 channeled twin flame stories based on the journey of finding your ultimate soulmate. Connect with me on Instagram at the Sunamoon Goddess for some fun updates, and you can also check out the Sunamoon vlogs to get interesting content that supports ascension lifestyle. Yes, ascension is a lifestyle. So now the Divine Masculine is he's feeling very bad, but this is not that bad when he was regretting. There is a phase where the Divine Masculine regrets what he did. This is a phase when he thinks about the confession she made. If you have not made any such confession to the masculine, then this channeling may not resonate with you. But if you have told him that, hey, I want to tell you something, or just when you felt that he's walked away from you, or he's not interested in you, or he's not showing any consideration, or in some cases there was a big fight and the DM was just like not listening to the feminine, he was just continuously questioning her and, you know, being very doubtful, being very mean towards her, putting many allegations on her as well. Like, you are this, you are that, you know, all harsh words. That's when also she could have said, hey, you know what, I really love you. We can be very happy together. We are perfect together. And I know we had all these fights and all these issues, but that's okay. That's okay. You know, we'll be perfect together. Just don't think about all these things. Either it's that type of a situation, or it is a situation where the feminine really likes him and he's giving her all the hints. So please understand one thing, that the masculine, though he denies the proposal and he rejects her also in some cases, he blocks her or he says, you're a crazy person or whatever, different cases, different things happen. But, or he tells her like they're engaged, and the masculine says to the divine feminine that, you know, we can never marry each other. I will never marry you. My family doesn't approve of you. Or, you know, some kind of situation plays out in their life, because of which, whether they are introduced in the family or not, it doesn't matter. So these are all different situations that can come, but it is a direct proposal, or it is a direct confession of love, where the feminine tells the masculine that I really love you, I cannot be away from you. Please accept my love, please don't do this, please don't misunderstand me. These are my true feelings for you. And the feminine is also thinking in her head that maybe if I tell the masculine these things, that I truly love the DM, I truly feel for the DM, it is true love, it is after I have received some kind of spiritual insight that I realize that he or she, whatever, doesn't matter, it should be just masculine and feminine energy. That after this spiritual intervention, I feel the way I feel for you, I don't feel for anyone. Now also understand, some people ask me this question, how to know if it's my DM or he's not my DM. You reach a stage in this ascension journey where you do not have any other option left. Even if you had past lovers, even they were lovers who, you know, appeared a lot like Twinflame. They also had some runner-chaser dynamic going on, so you might be confused. But in the ascension journey, there comes a point where you are 100% sure that there is no other option that I can replace this person with. Whatever I feel for this person, I cannot replace it with anyone whatsoever. When you reach that point, that is the time you know who is your divine masculine and who is your divine feminine. But even after this phase, the feminine still has to detach from him. Why she has to detach from him? You have to understand, there is something called self-respect. Self-respect. Someone humiliates you, insults you. In most cases, the feminines are very, it's not even, I won't say it's being innocent. It's being very stubborn, or it's being very blind. She's so blind by the concept of worldly love that she's not willing to accept that a man is insulting her, that a man does not respect her. And the man is obviously not respecting her, man or woman. Again, I would clarify that divine feminine energy can be in a man, divine masculine energy can be in a woman also. So when I say he or she, please apply it as it suits you or as it feels right for you. So, the divine masculine simply rejects the feminine because this type of love proposal is not required. In the case of unconditional love, I mean, we have seen a lot of movies, we have seen a lot of shows, we watch a lot of news, we watch a lot of social media, so we assume that a proposal is a must, a proposal is necessary. Someone has to walk up to me and tell me that, hey, I love you, and only then that person loves me, which is not true. Because in the twin flame journey, it's unconditional love, so both the people, they feel this love. very strongly at one time. When they recognize each other, that's the time when they feel it at one time. And then the timelines shift in energy, because the one person has to do the work individually. They don't have to do this work together. This is the rule of twin flame journey. Please understand, if anyone tells you opposite of this, it's not correct. In twin flame journey, it's the rule of twin flame journey that you have to do your ascension work individually. So when the feminine reaches the surrender stage, when she reaches the higher stages, she realizes that the way he treated me, that was very wrong. He could have been my twin flame, he could have been my divine masculine, but no. That is not the way anyone should treat me. Be it my mother, father, sister, brother, lover, anyone. No one should treat me. I don't deserve to be treated like this. And especially when I tell this person that I love you, you're the only one I feel for. And especially when he found out, like before finding out that I truly love him, he was giving me all the signs. He was doing all this hot and cold with me, playing games with me. Sometimes he would give me a gift. Sometimes he would just visit me out of the blue. Or sometimes he would just send me some cute videos. He would send me some pictures. He would be the one, sending me some or the other romantic notes and blah, blah, blah. And some bad situation happens and he just runs away. How easy? What kind of a relationship is this? What kind of a love is this? And for many people, this twin flame journey it's a long journey. It's not just doesn't happen in 3 months, 4 months or 2 months or 6 months. So it is very tiring for the divine feminine to continuously feel that she does not have any self-worth in the eyes of this person who she loves so much. So some more lines are coming from the divine masculine. He says, I did not know selfless love. I thought this is something bookish. So when you shared it with me, when you told me how much you love me or how much you want me, I thought you were just trying to control me with these words. I felt that you're tricking me into doing something which is not genuine. Actually, I understand now that you must be feeling that I was the trickster. My dear love, I was very blindly attached with my identity and my self-image. And when you said certain things to me, which were probably correct, as an honest partner, companion, lover, friend, whichever way you took me, you said a few things to me very honestly. But my identity, my ego, my self-image or my public image was very much important for me. And no matter what, I did not want to lose it. I did not want to give up that public image for anything. However, I feel that you don't care for me the same way you used to, or I maybe don't even exist in your world. I don't exist in your world anymore. And I do realize what I have lost. I do feel bad about what happened. The divine feminine is absolutely right in her detachment process, because every person needs to understand that detachment is not happening, or it does not happen by someone's actions. Detachment is an inner thing. It comes from your soul. And also because she went through all these years or months or time of separation, all the while when she was misunderstood so deeply, all the time when she feels that if today in a problem or in a misunderstanding, my divine masculine can so easily let go of me, how can I trust this person? And if this is my true love, because when the divine feminine thinks about the DM, there is no other alternative, romantically or relationship-wise or any which way. The feminine cannot think of any other person to replace. So she knows that this is it. This is it. I cannot waste my time into relationships. I mean, I can talk to people. There is something called healthy flirting also. Even that is okay. But I genuinely don't feel like putting myself out there. Like a lot of people say, put yourself out there for the world, and then you will do this and then you will do that. She doesn't want to do that. She has understood the concept of what is the real meaning of being together with someone, and she feels that this world, the worldly world, is not meant for her. She's never gonna be happy in this worldly world. She's tried everything and she does not fit into any idea as such. The only idea she fits into is her spiritual journey, and also she does not judge herself anymore. There was a time when she used to feel that people are going to judge her for being so spiritual, or what type of a life is spiritual life going to be. There's nothing to do. But once she jumps into it fully, once she dives into unconditional love, into the sea, into the deep ocean of unconditional love, she realizes that this is the real thing. This is the real deal. This is the real deal, and I do not want to feel so disturbed. She feels that she used to be so mentally disturbed. She had no peace. What is the use of any relationship or any achievement or any success or any amount of wealth if there is no peace? Now she's a devoted person. She's devoted to Source, and she feels that Source gave her the love, the unconditional love that she wanted. And that love came from the area or the standpoint of devotion. Devotion is the only way you can understand unconditional love. It's not by intelligence. It's not by reading books. It's not by being very knowledgeable. It's by going deep into your mind and understanding that this mind is a very horrible person. Any abuse you want to give it to the mind, it fits it well. Abusive words fit the mind well. Why? Because the mind cannot stay in one place. The mind always wants to run away here and there, here and there, here and there. And when she learns to practice mental awareness, when she's on this path of ascension, she starts receiving a lot of rewards. And one of the biggest reward is peace of mind. She gets this peace of mind. She's got nowhere to go to now, and she's very happy. She's happy in her pajamas. She's happy in a sexy dress. She's happy in plain clothes. She's happy in eating plain food. She's very happy, if she goes to a nice restaurant. She's happy to get her hair curled. She's happy to get her hair straight. She's okay and happy to live, to be in a crowded place like a marketplace or somewhere, and she's very happy to be absolutely alone in solitude as well. So why she has found that peace? Because she's become devoted to Source. And when this shift of energy happens, boom, it hits the masculine very strongly. Because masculine gets energy from the feminine, and he stops getting that energy from her anymore. He doesn't get it. So he tries to get this energy from the other feminines he's with. For those who are living with their family members, mother, sister, friends, they will try to get it from them. They will think that, because after spiritual awakening, so he's going through awakening process. Awakening process is like a train journey, or any journey, like a plane journey or a train journey, which has various stations or various stops. It does not happen in one day. It totally depends on the person who is doing ascension work. The urge in the person, the urge to be with Source, that is the actual deciding factor. And how they live their life, even how you earn money has a role to play. Because if you earn money by wrong means, by cheating, by dishonesty, you will not progress very much further. Or if you involve yourself in sexual misconduct, you will stop. Or you will use your confidence to cheat people, to manipulate people. Cheat as in not monetarily, this is where you manipulate people. Even manipulation is cheating. To become like the most loved person, the most liked person, again you will stop. When you reach the heart center, say you don't do any of this, but you reach the heart center, but you don't love people fully, or you don't receive love fully, again you will get stopped. Then at the throat chakra, you get the gift of communication, but you start misusing it, again for your own ego satisfaction, your identity satisfaction, or some other thing, some other materialistic goal, which is wrong. We don't say that earning money is wrong. It's very important. You have to be independent. You cannot be a liability on other people, especially when you're in the ascension journey, right? But you have to do everything with utmost honesty. Loving people with utmost honesty. If you want to express yourself, so your throat chakra is from where you express yourself. But if you are not expressing honestly, that is also dishonesty. So Kundalini rising cannot complete fully. And that's the reason why in ascension journey, sometimes people keep stopping, delaying, coming down a bit, little back, you know. And sometimes it also happens to people who wait for others to join in because they're so scared, they're so codependent, and this is again connected to your third chakra of confidence. If you're not fully confident, if your third chakra is blocked, then you will always be latching on to people, you would be clinging to other people, you would need other people's support in everything. Then also you will get delayed. And then if you stop using your intuition properly, or you start misguiding people, or sometimes you get an intuition for people. Maybe you're doing a reading, or maybe you're just meeting to them, talking to them or whatever. And you feel that if I'm going to tell this person the truth, they will surely hate on me, or they'll surely dislike me, or I might lose my credibility, or my image will get spoiled. So you don't tell them the truth for your own selfish interest or some other reason. Actually, many people who are gifted, they don't understand where is the self-interest actually. That's the reason why they don't understand the difference between selfish love and selfless love. And then you have the crown. So all of these areas, these are junctions. These 7 junctions in the body, these 7 chakras are the junctions, the stopping points of the journey that you're doing, rising into ascension. And then you have overall 12 chakras. So you are doing this type of journey, and this energy is like a ball of energy that you carry around you. That's how it works. So you can study about Merkaba, you can study about energy, how energy works. All these things are mentioned. They're available online also. So now this masculine is also going through awakening process. So when the masculine starts going through this awakening process, and this awakening process becomes better for the masculine when the masculine is totally not in the vicinity of the feminine. Feminine has completely detached. The feminine has totally, truly surrendered. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to know what dates. She doesn't want to know when it's happening. She would truly want to know how should I become better. She would truly want to know what all techniques should I apply. She would truly work very deeply, if she gets stuck into some kind of a difficulty, when there are dark energies attacking her, she would want to know how do I remove these dark energies, because these dark energies are giving me some kind of temptation, or they're showing me some kind of a lust, or they are giving me some kind of desire, or they are giving me some kind of offer. So what do I do? Like, how do I protect myself from these energies? Even if she thinks about the masculine, she is more concerned about how should I detach from the masculine? How should I reach to 5D union? These are logical questions that she's going to ask. It's okay if you are in the, not yet, you feel you are still in the surrender process. It's okay you ask these questions. But this is just a disclaimer. Because the confession of love happens at the time when the feminine's awakening is about to go into full-on mode. Full-on rocket mode. And that will only happen when he rejects her. So some people think that, oh, he rejected me. Actually, feminines who reach the 5D union, or who are even in surrender stage or illumination stage, they have told me personally that I feel much better, but now I'm worried. What if he comes back? How am I going to react to it? Sometimes they are worried because they already have a very settled life by then. They're very happy in what they're doing. And then he comes back suddenly, and then everything gets disrupted again. And then they're like, oh God, what should I do now? Now he's back, and the day he comes back, everything gets disrupted. So without letting other things disrupt, how do I maintain a peaceful relationship with him? This is the stage of harmonization that comes later on after illumination. So all these things are very important. All these places are very important junctions. And the masculine is feeling this very heavy burden. In this letter, he's feeling this heavy burden. He's also saying to her one more thing. He says, I always like to control things around me. And I thought that I am the controller. I thought that I am the doer. It worked for some time, it worked in many things. But ever since you walked away from me, I used to have some amount of success, actually a good amount of success in manifesting things by using my words, my confidence. But after you walked away, or rather I walked away from our love, I always knew it was special. I always knew it was something different. It was something unique, out of the world, but I was not willing to accept it. And most importantly, I was not willing to trust you. I thought that you could be just fooling me, you could be a charlatan. So, obviously, I know this is also wrong of me to say this, because even here, I am trying to justify my behavior. And I know apology is never genuine if we try to justify the wrong things we have done. All I can say is, I am sorry, and I hope to get a chance to prove that I'm not going to repeat what I did in the past. So this is where I'm going to close this channeling. Thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out.